PlayStation 2. Me and my dad, we loved that. PlayStation 2 was what we originally played, and I started playing that at the age of 4. And at the age of 4, I just liked playing games, so I started playing that, and I just took off from there. So me and my dad played GTA San Andreas, my very first game I ever played. Yeah, I know. We might say, oh, great parenting. But anyway, get back on topic here. This first game I ever played on the PlayStation 2. And then when the Xbox 360s came out, after a couple of years after they came out, me and my dad, we saved up enough money together, and we got an Xbox 360 because the PlayStation 4 didn't meet PlayStation 2 standards, and it wasn't very good. But now that these new consoles came out, and I finally got both consoles, so I can share with you my personal opinions and why they are better, I'm going to go ahead and explain them to this video. Number one, if you are like me and you're wanting to do YouTube a little bit, and you just want to have fun doing it, and you want to record stuff, you're gonna want to go with the PlayStation 4. The Xbox One, you might say, well, the Xbox One has built-in recorders too, but no, it doesn't. It only has up to a 15-second time period. However, the PlayStation 4 has a capture card built in that can go up to 15 minutes. You don't have to invest in an Elgato Gaming for around $150 to $200 when you can just buy a console, a next generation console, and get a capture card built in. However, if you just want to, and also if you just want to game, it's more of a PlayStation. You want to go there too. Now, something the Xbox One has going for it, it has a little bit of better games at launch, and they have some cool titles, you know, like Gears of War, Halo. But then there again, PlayStation has their titles too: Killzone, Uncharted. It's basically a personal preference, but the PlayStation 4 has, I'm pretty sure I last counted, my last count before the holidays was 54, and I'm gonna guess it's around 75 to 100 million consoles sold worldwide, globally, and I'm gonna guess also that the Xbox One, last I checked, had 24, so it's probably got around 50. 50-45 range is what I would go with. I mean, I have one, and honestly, I feel like the Xbox One is an entertainment system. I feel like it's not a game system. Now, the problem is some people just die hard Xbox, and some, you know, I was willing to change, and I'm very glad I did, because it's just, I think the PlayStation just has a lot more going for it. For instance, here are some of the features that it has. Like I said, built-in capture card, built-in game sharing. You can watch other people play while they play the game, and you can also pass remote and play basically like you're playing at home with one remote. You can pass the controller, you can watch them play, or they can help you out. They could live in New York and you could live in Oregon, and you can do that. That's another really cool feature, and I think the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One servers have also expanded to other types of countries now because it's the next generation of consoles. But maybe not. I'll have to do my research on that. But and it has a built-in speaker on the controller, has a built-in touchpad on the controller also. I know you might say there are not a lot of features for it, but it's still pretty good. I enjoy having it to where you just click that button to see the scoreboard, and also click that button to see, just do cool things like use it as a touchpad, like texting like you would your phone. That's also a cool thing in it. Another cool thing about it is in some of the games you can actually use them. Use it, I'd rather say. I like it. It's not like a huge demand right now, and it's not not a very big, it's not that one reason you would get the PlayStation 4. And another thing is looks, that has the PlayStation going for it. But that's a whole nother topic, and we'll get into the features. So, the remote, whole nother topic, we'll get into that too. So don't freak out if you're still watching this and you don't see it. So, and the top feature that I think it has really is it has better game sharing and just all around built-in broadcasting. so you could just broadcast whenever you want. You don't have to even go into an app to do it. So there's another thing. And then now we're gonna get into features for the Xbox One. Windows 10. Windows 10 is on there. That's pretty good. You can hook up your cable to it, but you can do that for the PlayStation 4 too. These features are just sharing that are different. Every other features have the same thing. The Xbox One has the Kinect. You can say that the PlayStation has its View too. It's not that great though. It's like it's an alright thing. I wouldn't say it's like it's okay, but it has the Kinect. They say that they've advanced it. Personally, me and my father never spent the money on it, so I wouldn't know. That's all. That'll probably be a later date video. My dad wants it. My dad plays the Xbox One. I play the PlayStation 4, and I figured I might as well make this video. So again, getting on to the features, and that's really all the features it has against the PlayStation is Windows 10. That's the only big difference I can think of. And that's really it. Now, we've already introduced some controllers, so let's get into the graphics. The PlayStation has a way better graphics, not super better graphics, but they have better graphics. It has 120 more pixels, and it's more superior, as you're seeing from this game footage right here. Now, when I play on the Xbox One, I play Star Wars Battlefront. It's not that great actually. There's just because they put a certain, I forget what it's called, but they put a certain like thing on the screen to make it look like it has next-gen graphics, and it does have a little bit of next-gen graphics. It only adds about 200 pixels, and 200 better, 200 better like graphics, but it's not that, like, as far as the difference being, there's not much of a difference in my opinion. To really notice it, you have to play it personally, and there's just a tiny bit. So that's not a discussion that I really want to have. The graphics are pretty much the same. The PlayStation 4 is a little bit better, and that's not even an opinion. That's just fact. They've gotten that. There's been research on that. So yeah, that's actual. That's not even personal. That's real. That's fact, not opinion. So the thing is also is with the PlayStation 4. We'll move on to looks. It just looks better. Like, it just looks sleek and clean, and that's something I personally enjoy about it. Now, the thing is with the Xbox One, is it looks like, in my opinion, it just looks like an old VCR with a big block. And I don't know why Xbox did that. I mean, the PlayStation 4 is so much smaller, has better graphics, and on top of that, it looks way better. Now, some of the disadvantages is that it only has 2 USB ports. The Xbox One has 4. That'd be the only difference between the look kinda of it and the feature it has on the console on the outside itself. So that's the only thing. If you're a big USB guy, you might want to go the Xbox One. But there are accessories that you can pay for that you can get the 4 USB ports. It may add the look of it, but it's still kind of worth it. Now, you should say, well, why should I have to pay extra? Well, you're getting a better deal with the PlayStation personally, but, you know, we're not going to go into that because that's just going to be a huge fanboy thing. Now, like I said, the looks, the PlayStation 4 looks rather sleek, so if you're a bigger guy on the looks, and, you know, you don't want this big block and you want to carry it around, or, you know, like you're moving or something, like a lot, like if your dad's in the military, or if you're in the military yourself, I'd recommend, like, just for that, since there's not much difference, getting a PlayStation 4. It's easier to transport, so that's just an honest fact. That's not even an opinion. But now we're just gonna go into my personal opinion. Now, honestly, I was a nice Xbox fan. I guess you could call me a little bit of a fanboy. I was going to get an Xbox One for Christmas, but then I got told by a lot of my friends and then to get a PlayStation 4. So I went ahead and that was my option, is I got the PlayStation 4. Now at first I was like, well, there's not much games. When I first got it, when I first opened it, I got the Uncharted bundle, and I'd never played Uncharted. And my dad gave me another gift for Christmas, and it gave me Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I was very thankful for that because I probably would have never played my PlayStation until I either had Battlefield, Black Ops 3, or Destiny, or this game, Star Wars Battlefront, the new edition. Now this will be another video of how if we got ripped off by DICE and EA for this game, that'll be coming soon. That'll be a video coming soon. Look out for that video, and I'll be personally uploading that myself. So I think this will be some more things that I really liked about it is and I honestly, when I bought this, I had no idea I had a built-in capture card built in. This was a feature I was very unaware of, and I had been doing lots of research on it. Just through YouTube vids, unboxings, Google, looking what it had in the system itself, and just certain things like that. Now, what I didn't know was that I actually had a built-in capture card, which was one of the cooler features that I had no idea it had in it. Now, if I would have known that, I would have instantly said, yeah, Dad, totally, I want that. But I didn't, and thank God I did, because now I can start my YouTube. And I wouldn't say it's a career, but eventually, and like I said, like I will say, this video might have ads on it, and the reason for it being is if I want to grow my YouTube channel, I need to get better equipment, more monitors, and, you know, if those brand new games come out, I need to be able to get them so I can view content for you guys. Now, you could say, well, we could just go to other channels, but they're probably going to have ads on them too. They may not because they're rich, but my family is just, we're, you know, normal. We're not super rich, we're not really poor, you know, we're not even poor at all, but, you know, we're just basic, normal family. You know, my dad and my mom can't afford a $100 monitor times 3, you know, and I mean, that's just, to me, that's just ridiculous. You could say get a job, but I can't currently get a job. I will not release my age, but I'll just say I'm too young. I'm above 10, and I'm above 10, and I'm in between 10 and 18. So, if you're smart enough, you can figure that one out. And so I think this will wrap it up. So have a good day, and peace.